Welcome to the Nexus Unloaded podcast. This is Will Crozier.
And I'm Mikki Westcombe. We are the founders of Nexus Performance. Joining us on this wild ride is our heavyweight coaching team, ready to unleash their expertise to solve any problems in your journey to getting strong and jacked.
Through our real-world experience, we hope to break things down in a digestible, applicable, and entertaining way.
So pump up the volume and let's get into this. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Alex. I'm back. Everyone's missed me.
Can't see you though. They don't know that you're back.
No, I'm hiding. I don't have my face on.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Where are we up to? I did actually have. So as people would have just heard, we have got a new podcast intro and outro with the departure of Zachariah. So in the process of, we wanted to keep the same sort of intro. I didn't really need to change it largely, but I just...
Still the same podcast, so don't need to go completely off the rails.
Yeah.
Still same themes.
What is it? I haven't even heard it.
Oh, well.
I've just missed it.
Yeah.
Missed the intro.
Yeah.
Listen
I'll
back.
replay it.
I'll listen back.
I'll play it for you later.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the same sort of thing. But when we recorded it, and the first time I listened to myself, I was like, and I'm Mikki Westcombe. I was just really flat. And then the next sentence was like, we are the owners of Nexus Performance. And I was like,
get excited.
I was like,
there wasn't enough gusto in it for sure.
Yeah.
Mikki, so when we're recording it, Mikki wanted to do it as a one take wonder, just fucking let's just go. And I was like, nah, trust me, it won't work. And then I run through my first little bit, obviously nailed it. I'm fucking, I'm on. And then Mikki comes in, stumbles the first word or whatever.
Hi, my name's Mikki.
Completely fucks it straight away. I'm like, this is why.
Yeah.
No, I literally just pissed myself laughing. We were both laughing the whole time. We deleted all of the bloopers, but I feel like we probably could have kept those.
I haven't heard it either, but I think you probably stitched me up because now what happened was I was trying to match Mikki's gusto, which was lacking.
You were the first gusto presenters, so
No.
I was matching your gusto.
Who set the gusto?
No, Mikki's energy was low, so I was trying to match it. And then she came back in and re-recorded hers, so she probably sounds way more energetic than me, I would say.
You have to match it, plus or minus 10%.
I might go back and re-record it again and just level myself up. So I'm just like,
okay,
hey guys, like Steve Irwin, just
Should we go slam a few monsters and record it again?
Just jumping around, yeah.
But in my defense, the gusto was lacking because Will said the first line.
No.
Will set the tone. You set the tone, right? So I came in, and now my gusto is up there.
Yeah,
the gust.
Yeah, but I do sound a little bit like, hi, and I'm Mikki Westcombe. Like
bit of hype around it. Somebody's just hit a PB level hype.
The bell's going off in the background.
Yeah. Fuck, we should have done
that. All right, let me try and find this episode because I did in the process of where the fuck is it, Will? These meeting notes. Which one is it?
Getting some technical issues.
Okay, here we go. We used ChatGPT to try and find some.
Mikki's, yeah. Oh yeah, ChatGPT did tell us the optimal intro.
Optimal intro.
Can I read it out? Can I read it out?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Hit us.
Hey there, powerlifting powerhouses. Get ready to unleash your inner strength because you've just turned into the electrifying Nexus Unloaded podcast. I'm Will Crozier, the muscle-bound maestro.
Something that I would say for sure.
And I'm Mikki Westcombe, the iron-wielding wizard.
Oh, wow.
Together, we're the dynamic duo behind Nexus Performance, your go-to brand for all things powerlifting and strength-related. But wait, there's more.
Oh, of course.
We've got our incredible coaching team ready here to pump up your lifting game and help you crush those goals. That's right, folks. We're not just going to give you the same old advice. We've got real-world experience under our lifting belts, and we're bringing you the ultimate solution to your lifting and nutrition dilemmas. And hey, we promise we promise it won't be a snooze fest.
Oh,
We're all about breaking things down in a way that's tasty as your post-workout protein shake. Digestible, applicable, and yes, even entertaining. So grab your favorite lifting gear, turn up the volume, and get ready to power lift like never before. The Nexus Unloaded podcast is about to take you on a wild ride to strength supremacy.
Yeah.
Let's dive into the world of muscles, gains, and all things awesome.
Holy shit.
I like it. It's a bit lengthy.
It was the whole podcast. You could do, that's the whole, is it trying to write the whole thing?
I fucking lost it at the muscle-bound maestro and the iron-wielding wizard.
Yep. Perfectly describes us.
Wow. Something that I learned with ChatGPT after using it for a little bit is that because you read it and you take it verbatim. You're like,
but wait, there's more.
It sounds when it's writing it, you're like, oh, it's come up with some great original content, but it just seems to pull from the internet, from all the resources that are already there, and just smash stuff together in some kind of cohesion. But well, then it turns out like that. That's no good.
Had a lot of energy. If we were lacking hype, that's hype.
We could just basically take that snippet and use that now.
Lots of explanation points, I imagine, in there.
There is a lot.
I can imagine.
But yeah, so
I think people will be searching for that skip button real quick.
What I'm wondering is that where does it draw the optimal from? Are there podcasts out there with those types of intros? Surely they're not doing well.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard them. So.
But yeah, so that was my 2 cents of trying to put together the new intro, and I'm also on the outro, but it was the same outro as before. I couldn't be bothered. Using ChatGPT after the intro was that badly.
Didn't want to level that up either.
No. Well, we've
got another 10 minutes of the podcast.
I talk it off as it is. I needed to stick to the script.
Yeah.
So
it would be better if you re-recorded it every time. Like if we jumped in the room and we had to start it off with that every time.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of could, I suppose. We could just
add some drum rolls and effects.
Yeah. This one.
The Muscle Maestro.
Where is it? Not that one.
I'm the chief of gains. I don't know where I got Master Maestro. You should know that.
It should have picked that one up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next gen will. I'll make sure I give him feedback.
We'll give the next ChatGPT access to the Nexus website. We can hopefully have a better pool of info to work with.
I don't even know how to utilize it, honestly. I never fucking do. I just the only time I'll do is if I'm trying to get a creative spark, an idea, and I'll see one line in this, and I'm like, oh, that's not a bad line. And then from there, I build out everything else. Like when we had Annie Short on, I started following a little bit more of her content. I mean, not that I don't already, but I was watching a few more of her things afterwards. And she said one of her recent posts was about using ChatGPTs or AI devices to give you a starting place to then personalize and create your own. But
that's all it is.
That's nothing like us at all. Could you imagine? I guess that's the problem with those things, is that you just miss tone of language. You just miss.
Yeah, you miss the human element.
Who you are. Yeah.
It's artificial for it. No shit. But
I don't know.
It's doing its best.
You need to know who you are and who your audience is before you start leaning too much into just those things purely.
Somebody the other day sent me a serious message on Instagram asking if I've tried ChatGPT for writing programs. And I had a bit of a combo with him about it and explained my view. Maybe something for a different episode to draw out, but in short, it was that same thing.
I will make a note of that.
I'm sure the program that it comes up with wouldn't actually be that bad, but also you can just go to Lift Vault or one of them and get pretty half decent templated programs on there. But again, going back, programming, coaching, different fucking things.
Sure.
If I just was using ChatGPT for my clients and giving them feedback like that intro, I'm sure they'd pick up on it pretty quick that it's not me. And then go this isn't exactly what I'm paying for.
Talking some different stuff today.
Yeah, he's really hyped. So, it's a good place to start with the programming, like you said. And then if you don't have any idea, but I would never be using it.
I mean, it's subtle plug here. Too late now, but the Nexus Mentorship would have helped.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
We could just replace the whole mentorship with how to use ChatGPT a bit better.
How to prompt it to write your programs for you.
I've put a few things into
Industry
it.
Killer.
I've put a few things into it just to see what it comes up with, because it seems to work better the more parameters that you give it to make it a little bit more specific.
More prompts.
Yeah, more prompts. And I don't know, some of the stuff it's spat back out, it's not bad. It's not all there. That's
no,
for sure.
you use 1 or 2 lines and then you just build it out yourself.
Yes.
That's my
Still needs work.
That's my thing. My takeaway.
Make sure you give them feedback. I appreciate it.
Alex, we're getting a full crotch angle here.
I'm just trying to
emulating me.
This is not an OnlyFans podcast.
You wouldn't think that from the setting of the room that we're in.
If you want to pay us, I'm fucking down.
Yeah.
Actually, we do need. Are you guys going to go into like segments and stuff today that you guys want to do?
No, we have a couple that we have planned, but this episode is already pretty. There's already a lot in it, so
Okay, all right,
we're saving a couple for next.
Oh, keep them on the edge of their seats.
Yep. Stay tuned for the next one.
Oofed.
Yeah, a couple extra things that we I've got to go over for sure.
Probably didn't help that I've been on holidays for the last 2 weeks trying to plan the podcast.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's it's not exactly scripted as people know. I don't think anybody's picking it up. Going,
You have got
I can't wait
notes.
for some really notes that we don't know not following ever. But
maybe that's why the podcast listeners have dropped.
no, they've gone up. Trust me. They're listening through the.
When Jordan and myself are on it, that's why.
They're coming for the hype. They want that intro.
Yeah, the gusto.
Yeah.
So we do have some actual other updates other than the intro and outro. Some other updates that Nexus is going through at the moment. Obviously, everyone would have just the last episode heard the news with Zach and all the things that's gone on with him. And I said in a couple of things there, like we're not replacing him, so don't expect any announcements like that anytime soon. But we do have some other stuff going on. We do have some other stuff going on. There's a lot of shit going on at the moment.
There's
a lot.
Yep.
And this will
Alex comes back from a week holiday and he's like, "What the fuck?"
into hell. But we are we've kind of alluded to this. I think Mikki's made some little posts on it, and we'll continue this to update as things go out. But we are in the process of changing our services. Both online and the gym will be affected a little bit. So online, at the moment, we have level 1, 2, 3 coaching, which kind of scales, level 1 being the lowest and level 3 being the highest in terms of just check-in frequency and comprehensiveness of that feedback and that sort of stuff. We're stripping that a little bit, making it a little bit easier to understand, making it a little bit more just effective for people to know exactly what they're getting. And it'll just be level 2 and 3, which we'll change the names of, but that's another time.
Yeah, it's monthly and weekly, mate.
Just nice and simple. Yeah.
I'm already on it. It's on the website.
So
get ChatGPT to write us a name.
Monthly and weekly programming, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. I don't want to overcomplicate it.
Yeah, it's a bit of hype, but yep, we'll work on it.
Mega monthly. So monthly and weekly, obviously, pretty self-explanatory as far as like check-in frequency. Nothing will change from the service, but we are just changing that. So monthly for more people who are maybe in their off season, maybe just cruising a little bit and just, going through a nice simplistic phase of training or whatever, or don't have any massive like time sensitive goals or anything.
Injuries or whatever. Yeah,
injuries, anything that complicates the issue, where monthly feedback is going to be plenty. Because like I've had people in the past when we only offered weekly, they're like my weekly check-in and be like, "Hey man, fucking your lifts are still as good as they were last week, and guess what? The program's working, so we're going to continue doing the same with maybe a little bit more weight or a little tiny tweak here and there." And it just felt like it was a bit of a waste. So there'll be the monthly check-in for those people and the weekly for the people who are the opposite of all these things that need a little bit more hand-holding, that have like rehab stuff going on, that have a comp coming up, that they just like to
pest you every single week
and talk through things, or have more frequent calls, or whatever it is. Get more support, get more guidance through
people that pest you every single week or daily. Matt Burton.
Name dropped.
Name dropped.
He calls himself out.
Yeah, he does.
So they'll be changing, and then the level 1 is essentially going to be non-existent. Now, in its current,
we're not going to announce what's happening with that just yet, though.
In its current form. So it's but we kind of. So in its current form, it won't exist. We feel like it's a little bit too close to the level 2, to the monthly option, and it just has added maybe a little bit too much confusion in the past. So we're dropping that, and we are moving to a more just programming based
lower barrier to entry offer.
Yeah, so it'll be an even cheaper service, which it was only $25 a week. So even cheaper than that, much cheaper. and it'll be a more programming service. And we've talked on this podcast a bunch about programming versus coaching, and essentially coaching is a personal experience with support and guidance from a coach, not only talking through your issues, but how to solve those issues and different things about your life and your human problems.
There will still be
a little bit, yeah. But like I said, we'll do a whole thing on it. Yeah, we'll do a whole thing on it for sure. But it'll be a more programming kind of option where it'll be programming different sorts of programs, and
we got it. It's programming.
Less of the feedbacky stuff.
Programming.
Yeah.
Programming.
and then for
the words get
nutrition,
confusing. Trust me.
Yes.
Yep.
For the nutrition, that'll be getting changed from our current level 1, 2, 3 tier to weekly and fortnightly check-ins. So that'll be getting rolled out. We are already transitioning our clients currently into an app as well. So we've got an app rolling out, and everyone that we've had in there at the moment is absolutely loving it. Just keeps everything in one place.
Great
meal
feedback.
plans in there, inbox chat in there, voice memos, looms, everything that we already do, but just in one platform now that's a little bit more user-friendly than spreadsheets. That's the biggest problem that we've had when it came to the spreadsheets, is that the consistency, particularly for me with nutrition, in having people actually jump in their spreadsheet on their phone just wasn't happening. And because of that, the communication kind of dwindled down a little bit.
Yeah, the results
weren't quite as consistent because the data entry wasn't as consistent, and that's just the flaw of spreadsheets. There's nothing wrong with spreadsheets. We use them for nearly a decade. We still love them in a lot of other features, but the biggest problem that we were having is from the user end. It wasn't as user friendly, and this is the resolution that we have for that. So,
and then on the programming side, it'll be the same.
Yeah,
it'll be the same thing. So transitioning people into an app-based delivery for the coaching. So similar to the nutrition problem that we had before, was that all the data and all that side, the programming was all on a spreadsheet. All the data entry from both coach and client was in that spreadsheet. However, spreadsheets not great at holding videos, so they had to either
could you imagine
just uploading it into a cell?
Put it in a cell, bro.
Yeah.
No, this one.
Yeah.
Fuck. And then the videos and would have to go on a different platform. For us, that was Facebook, and then the communication needed to be somewhere else as well. Obviously, you can't just communicate only on a spreadsheet. Well, you can, but like it's not very interactive.
The Facebook group was
kind of that communication to a degree. As well as just messaging on whatever the fuck platform.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. All of them.
Yeah. We did have
all of 10 of my inboxes.
Systems in place, but it was the same sort of.
It's very easy to get out of. Yeah.
It was multiple different platforms for communication.
But I get it, because they're like, fuck, it's hard when things are in different spots to keep them to those spots.
Yeah. Like, how do I message you, coach? Like, where do you want me to contact you?
Yeah, it's a little messy sometimes,
especially where it doesn't get lost like it does in your Instagram or Facebook inbox.
Yeah.
You get around to their check-in a week later, and you're just like, "Fuck!" Like I forgot we had that conversation. Yeah.
And then the other thing that we offer and have a lot of actually is a lot of resources. So we have a lot of resources, educational resources. We have educational videos, blog posts, ebooks, all these different things on
another platform.
Lots of different stuff, and that was hosted on our website. So people, when they signed up to any of the services, would get a login to the website. They could go into our educational hub, and they still will be able to. But they were able to go in there. But now,
wait, there's more. It's in the
app. Now it'll be the data collection, the programming, and all the data that comes along with that, the readiness, the fatigue scoring, all that crap. Your exercise history as far as like rep maxes and just loads, E1RMs, stuff like that. The communication, as in like a messaging service, as well as like commenting similar to Facebook, the videos, and the resources, both programs stuff and nutrition stuff, are all in that one thing, which I think the biggest part of it for me.
Yeah.
Like, because I like
and we were actually used to, like, even 6 months ago, fucking slandered on apps. I was like, I'm never going to an app.
I wasn't slandering. I was just saying, like, there wasn't any that kind of ticked all the boxes. Yeah.
The biggest thing, programming, there's a lot of great programming apps out there, but for the comprehensiveness of nutrition, it was pretty trash.
It's usually there's a lot of pros in one corner, but there's always a few cons that you're like,
And we did have a meeting with one guy, and the price was 3 times the amount of what, like, we would have to significantly increase prices to warrant transitioning over to that. And I was like, I just don't want to slap clients in already a difficult, financial time with another, $20 a month sort of bill. And I just don't think that's fair. You know what I mean? So it's either we wear the costs, which like fair, we are currently wearing the costs. But it was just one of those things that we couldn't wear those costs of 3 times the price for the other app that we did consider. Very happy with this decision.
That'll all roll out real soon. There's already current clients on it, but as far as like us putting out more information on it, just keep an eye out through all the different pipes. The gym updates. We have Deadlift for Dogs coming up. If you want to tell us about that.
August 19th.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying dates because instead of saying X weeks, because when the podcast will come out, that's just totally useless information.
You got to be prepared with this.
We've got to predict it. It's hard enough just to
6
work
weeks
out how far it is from now. It'll be about 6 weeks out from when the podcast comes.
Yeah, but what if somebody listens a week late?
For 19th of August. All right, 10
Can't please
a.m.
everyone. 10 a.m. we are starting. We have up to 60 athletes. We have, I think, over 45 sold at the moment. So we've still got a handful of spots. Get in quick.
Yep.
We're hoping to get 10K for this one. We've already got a few sponsors on board, which is going to be great.
10K raised for Animal Welfare League, not for me in my pocket.
We would like 10K.
Yeah, you can donate to me separately via this bank account.
Yeah, we've got a few separate links. We'll put them in the comments.
QR codes.
Yeah. So if
one of them.
If you are on the Gold Coast on August 19th, please come down and get around what is going to be another great day.
If you aren't on the Gold Coast, though, many people are traveling. We have a lot of international. Imagine if we had interstate people traveling.
Great hype.
Interstate people.
Yep. We've got a few people from around Australia going to come down and throw it down, throw up some big numbers on the deadlift.
We've got Anthony coming up, Anthony Krishna, the Yeti coming up, not to deadlift. He won it last year, but he's coming up, pulled 400 last year.
Yeah. I said if he's not allowed deadlift again until he pulls 450.
Fuck, what a target. But may as well make it £1,000, 455.
I don't want you at my comp until you can deadlift that, mate. You are not worthy.
It wasn't that good last year. Come on.
I'm working on it. But he's coming up to MC instead. He's a great MC, so it'll be a hype day.
If you can hear him, the muffling through his beard.
Yeah, we'll turn his mic up, get it cranked.
But another point is, like, it's not your typical deadlift only comp. We kind of, it's more fun. It's a charity event, and it's kind of like throwing the rules out the window a little bit. So, like, I have some clients come up who are going to be wearing deadlift suits, and you're allowed to wear straps.
Who's wearing a deadlift suit?
Jono.
Is he?
Yep.
Go hard.
Cheater.
Fuck it. No, fucking not cheating in this comp. Do whatever you want. I don't care if you rock up with a forklift attached to you. I think good on you.
Just rock up with a forklift. I win, guys. 1,000 kilos. Woohoo!
Pretty good. I mean, Zion tested the boundaries of the outfits last year.
You were in an inflatable dog suit.
I didn't deadlift in it though. I could.
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Nah, the bar might ruin it.
100% it'll ruin it, but it'll be hilarious.
Yeah, pop it. Oh, no, good. No, we
so you're going to wear it again?
Yeah.
When are you planning to wear it?
It's actually a pretty good air conditioner because it has a little pump that has it built up, and I was scared it was going to be hot, but it's pretty good. It's like having your own little...
It's a 6 foot tall inflatable suit.
We'll post up some photos.
Yeah.
And tag Wilbo.
Girls will be there. Puppies from the Animal Welfare League will be there.
Are you going to deadlift though? Are you going to compete?
Not on this. I mean, I'd just pull whatever I pull on the day, maybe.
Yeah, it's just your deadlift session.
Oh, yeah, at the moment I'm not deadlifting at all, so I better get on with that. Maybe RDL. Hit an RDL up.
Yeah, just go. Whatever
Take it for a few reps.
Whatever the heaviest deadlift is, you RDL it.
Yeah, I have to try. Pretty good.
1 RM RDL.
Yeah.
Or max reps, depending on how heavy it is.
Well, we have myself and Mikki competing in it.
If my hamstrings can hold up.
Well, there we go. I just RDL whatever you pull for as many reps as I can.
25 reps.
I don't have that big a gas
what are you looking for?
I'm just hoping to get over 200 again because I got 200 for the first time last year, pulling conventional. And I was going back on the conventional route, but training has been a little bit more all over the shop over the last little while. And I'm feeling a little bit more confident with my sumo position at the moment. So if I can get over the 200 on that, I'm pretty happy. If I get the 3 times body weight, I'd be fucking stoked.
What's 3 times?
I'm currently under 69, so it's around that 210.
Mate, we got to beef you up. 75. I reckon that's where that's your beef mode.
Yeah. No, I've been up to like, 73, 74. I felt good.
Yeah.
I do miss that.
Yeah. All right, beef mode
jacked.
is activated. We're gonna get Alex beef mode. This is gonna be our new hashtag.
And we had so there's that here, and then in Townsville we have the strongman comp.
Yeah.
A bit later.
NQ Strongest. We're all heading up there for that. Flying Sir Alex up.
That's 29th of July.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the dates down.
Have you been to a strongman comp?
No, I don't think so. I've seen a bit at like, the Arnolds and stuff like that, but nothing
It's
like
different.
specifically. Yeah.
You gonna car
At
deadlift?
At the Arnold's, it's a bit fucking great because I remember when I went to FitX, which was what Arnold's was before Arnold's, and Thor nearly stood on me like an ant. He was going to the toilet, and I was standing at the barrier to watch them all do their thing. And he didn't even say anything. He just fucking nearly stepped on me and nearly crushed me like an ant. And I was just like, because this was back in my bodybuilding days. That was the end of the bodybuilding stuff. So it would have been like 70 kilos shredded, and shredded as fuck, bro. Thor gives no craps about the shreds.
He doesn't.
He just
get out of my way, you fucking pleb.
He was going to the toilet. Don't know.
Probably chucking a shit the same size as what you were.
Yeah, and I didn't see him
70
coming.
kilos lighter.
Frightened me. I looked over to my right, and there was just this. It was like the sun.
The
sun had been blocked out, the eclipse. And it was just So
just utter a short prayer and hope for the best.
Yeah,
I did. Lucky just missed.
Do you reckon we should do a call out to get? No, I won't say that. Don't worry. Carry on.
Yep.
Carrying on.
Yeah, so strongman comp up in Townsville.
Yep.
Should be fun. North Queensland's strongest.
Yep.
Crown our coach Jack is currently the reigning champ from last year.
No, he's not. He wasn't allowed the trophy.
Oh yeah, he wasn't.
Why not?
Technically not Townsville's strongest. It was Townsville's strongest at that point.
And Jack lives in
Southern Cairns.
Fuck knows.
yeah,
Cairns.
North Cairns, Atherton.
So
We'll give
sure
out
that's
his
south,
address
but
in the comments.
we'll
Go
get to
visit
that
him.
Mango Hut. So then but this summer, I guess kind of reigning champ, like uncrowned champ.
Yeah.
And so he'll be competing again. A bunch of people will be competing again. Looking forward to it. It
Shall
was
be
meant
fun.
to be on the Strand, but now it's at a full footy oval.
Townsville Sports Precinct.
Yep. So got some cool events to come for that. Got some
We got some
your typical strongman stuff, your races and
we got a 4-wheel drive central on board, donating some cars for the car deadlift. We got like the recovery lab on board. They're going to set up some ice baths and stuff like that there too.
Nice.
So it should be.
I love
Gonna
that.
need it.
Yeah, I'll be
ASN
all over
with
that.
your-
You know how much I love ice baths.
ASN with their SUPs and it'll be a really cool day. There'll be a lot of different pop-up tents and that sort of stuff there. So if anyone is in North Queensland or still wants to do a strongman comp, you can just rock up. Like just
What?
Don't tell them that.
You just rock up. What, and jump in?
Yeah, just jump in.
With some cars.
Register you and you can compete. You don't have to be like, this is the thing. Everyone thought that it was like a super high level comp. And I'm like, it's just a novice comp, man. Like if you can't do the
Strongmen
weights
don't do
that's been
novice.
allocated for your weight class, just do the weights in the weight below. Like it's fine. Just participate in the day and just have a fucking good time.
Yeah.
Like consider it the same as like your
Still an official comp though. Don't.
yeah, for sure. It's I don't
Sign
want
the
to take it
waiver
away
first.
from
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
take it away from anyone that is like going hardcore for it prep wise. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There'll be some, like Iron Strength Cairns. They've got a team of I believe 3 or 4, maybe even a couple more going. Panthers powerlifting gym here. Colin Webb's actually doing
Colin
it.
competing.
Yeah, he's
Good man.
competing. Yeah, he's
Man.
got a client doing it and he's going to be competing. So
Good.
should be a really, really fun day to see
Mm.
some people return to strongman that maybe haven't done it
Be
for
good. I
quite a
hope
long
to see
time.
many Legionnaires flaps down caps.
yeah.
Jace will be rocking it.
Protect those necks.
Yeah. Should be hot out there.
Yeah.
In the
Don't wanna
sun.
see
Not
any-
too bad.
I don't want to see any
think-
sunburnt necks for sure.
no rednecks.
Nah.
Are we handing out sunscreen for the competitors?
Oh,
I'm going to need some if I'm going to be there all day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll squirt people with sunscreen if they want it.
We get some Nexus Legionnaire hats made up for the day.
Yeah, no, they're on the way for sure. Just like Zach's shirts, they're coming. They're coming. So let's move on. We got heaps of like stuff.
yeah. I feel like this is not actually the conversation.
That's right. This is the next. This is not. Yeah,
Great
next is
ranting
up.
episode.
We'll see where we get to. Kiva's deadlift,
Oh.
as far as a Gold Coast
Member
kind
shout
of
out.
gym member shout out. We're going to be doing a member shout out from here on in.
Technically, he's staff, so
He's still a member. He was a member before staff, so
yes,
we let him get away with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kiva. Most people who know Nexus know Kiva. He started lifting with me during COVID in the garage when the gym didn't exist. Snuck across the border, the little devil. If there are any police listening, no.
That's easy.
Naughty.
He had the papers.
He was 100% legal.
No immigrants here.
No illegal immigrants.
No.
And yeah, he used to come over, deadlift in the garage.
I just had this vision of him running across the border. You know how he does that stupidly awkward kind of like monster run. Like dude, he did that coming up to my house one time. I thought I was getting robbed or something. I was about to call the cops, go out there with the golf club. Yeah, it was just Kiva.
He's a sneaky boy. hence why he does sumo. So yeah, hit his first 300, massive milestone.
Huge.
And Jared was here to photograph it as well, so we got some sick pics of it.
And yeah, you'll see.
That's what you want for your first 300. Like just to have one, it was a big G up. Everyone's there screaming, yelling at him. Then you have like this professional photographer there to capture the moment just by chance. It was not planned. That's like great. It wasn't planned to have Jared there, but he was just like, pew, like
crazy.
That's my photographing sound effects.
Do we have a soundboard?
Kodak moment.
Kodak moment.
It was a Kodak moment.
Throwback to the ads.
Yeah. It was great. It was I was almost a little bit disappointed that I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, we walked up just like 5 minutes after.
Yeah. I walked in and everyone was like, "Can you pull through?" And I was like, "What the fuck? Yeah. Why do you make him wait?"
Do it again.
Josh was like, "Will, you owe him a deadlift jack?" He's like, "He is the deadlift jack."
No, but we already got him a jack. We got it because he didn't do it in time, so he just got the deadlift jack anyway.
Yeah, so. I think that was the deal.
Put his name on it.
The Kiva jack.
Sorry that Bowser's chewed it a bit, but what's your biggest deadlift milestone achievement that you've hit, Mikki?
Me? Well, you didn't even fucking film mine. My biggest deadlift, I gave Will my phone. It was 162.5.
Too busy cheering.
I literally, you know when it's like someone's late to the party and they're just like, oh, and like drop the camera.
Yeah, I got the down, I think.
You didn't even get the down. You got it like hitting the ground and
captured the excitement, the most important part.
No, you didn't. You stopped recording. Like you put it down into your lap and then would just like hit the off button.
No, I'm pretty sure I got something worthwhile.
But I did that sumo with like a swing hip sumo. Is like one of those
bit of a shifty,
like
Mikki shift special.
Yeah.
What do you mean swing? How is it?
Mikki shifts a lot in her
okay,
squat.
so for those
like
watching,
side to side.
Yeah, so I'll put it. I'm going to get my bum right in your face.
No, just describe it. Just yeah. Not people know what a shift in a deadlift is.
Shift laterally. I shift laterally.
Yeah.
But for those on the YouTube, you got a good view.
If you're worried about your hip shift, watch Mikki squat. You'll be right.
It's not that bad.
So that's your what's your obviously the 200 would be your milestone.
205. I got at
Dog Will, why don't you?
Yeah, but the 200 would have been the milestone. Like that would have been that was a big moment.
That was a big one. Well, it was I don't know. Because obviously, like doing it on the day at Deadlift for Dogs, that was just such a great time and being around everyone.
Yeah, you were hyped, man.
I was hyped. Yep, I was so hyped that I overshot the third attempt and just went straight to 210 with the original plan, even though the 200 moved a lot poorer than expected. I didn't even move the 210 off the floor.
It's all about the vision. Hard. I like it.
Yeah, but 205 at the novice, the Valhalla novice battle at the end of last year, that was good because that moved super well.
You were so hyped as well for that. I remember everyone was like pissing themselves laughing. You're like, fuck you!
Yeah, I hugged the shit out of Zach and knocked the soul out of him.
The back slap on him was like the same as Kiva's back slapping it, like knocked the soul out of him.
Kiva was also waiting there for that moment because he said to me before I went up for the deadlifts, he's like, I'm going to be waiting right here. He's like, I'm going to be waiting right here for a hug. And he was ready. And I've leaped into his arms and it was glorious.
Yeah.
You got to celebrate it. I
remember my first 300.
Where were you? What happened?
At my first powerlifting comp ever.
That's crazy.
At my which was 2015 Queensland GPC state titles. My first comp. Went into it.
No idea what a deadlift bar was.
No idea what a deadlift bar was. No idea what anything was. I'd just been training in a commercial gym. So, I just thought I was fucking peaking hard. And I was, in the warm-up room going, fuck these deadlifts are moving sick.
What is in this pre-workout?
Yeah, I was like, fuck, no, because I didn't really, I understood training quite well. But Like I'd never done like a peak, whatever. That was my first comp. Like
I think you were sniffing
so I just
nose
thought-
talk in those days as well.
No, I wasn't. No, I didn't know what nose talk was either. So I hit. Yeah, I remember like in the morning room, looking at Tyler because Tyler was handling me. I was like, "What the fuck is going on, bro? Like, he's awesome." And I opened on 280. I think.
You had 260 as your planned opener.
Yeah, I put it up, and then I planned to go. I wanted 300 on my third, but then like the opener like literally just flew, and I was like, "Fuck it, 300 second, let's go."
He hit it second.
Hit it on my second easy as, and then I was like, I don't know what's happening, but it's feeling fucking good. So we went 315 on the third, smashed it. Scott Wasson running the comp. He goes, the national record in this weight class for GPC which was also the all-time Australian that week.
Held by Fuzzy.
It was held by Fuzz, 325. And you're allowed to take a fourth attempt if it's a record attempt. Yep. So I went 325.5.
Pussy.
Oh, what? Fuck you.
No, 327? Come on.
Only 25.5 kilos over my planned attempt for the day. Pussy. What a pussy. And that's where the G up came, because I remember Critter and a bunch of the other like OG legends of that time.
Nathan, the owner of Muscle Nation, was there.
Yeah, a bunch of people. Everybody's fucking yelling, going like, I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, let's fucking go. And then
you were just some retard.
Critter
from
was
the
just
north.
Critter was just smashing me with a nose tool, just throwing it, just jamming it into my face. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then so I don't know. I was like, whatever, just give me anything, let's go. And
Coke.
and then I don't know. And then
whatever's in that talk.
And then I hit the 325.5.
Wow.
It was fucking epic.
We do actually have that on the YouTube. We have like I think Tim Krause.
Yeah, Krause.
Yeah,
and Tyler, everyone.
Yeah,
he edited it. Yeah, shout out.
I think it's on the Education Hub as well.
Probably.
I think it's in there as there's not much education being provided, but it's just
a piece of history.
Yeah.
I remember actually, totally off topic.
I only failed my third bench.
But Andy Davis told me before because he obviously hit his first 300 at Pro Raw. And on the Thursday night and Friday morning, because obviously deadlifts were at the end of the day.
Andy loves a G up.
He loves a G up. He was watching all of Will's Pro Raw YouTube videos in the lead up to his.
Yep.
He's like, I was getting fucking hyped, man.
Yep. Wait, we did the same when we were down at the Airbnb before the day to come in to see you at Pro Raw with the music in the background and the hype. We're like, fuck yeah, no.
Yeah.
Hold on, Will. Hold on.
Yes.
We've veered off topic, apparently. What a surprise for this podcast.
Who would have thought?
When we won't have time to actually get into today's
topic. No, we don't need to. Fuck it. This is a Nexus Update podcast.
This is better. This is ChatGPT special Nexus Unloaded.
And then we have the last thing that I have here to start the podcast on.
Actually, before you get into that, I just want to give one more member shout out to the members up North Queensland.
Okay.
Got a couple of guys doing like heavy metals comp. You got Sean Ashwell
hitting bench.
Hitting his bench. I think he should. Did he hit his 200 at Pro Raw? Yes, but he missed his 300 deadlift. Anyway, so those guys there, but we've got Mr. Regan Payne. He signed up for the APL comp. So we'll be up there at the APL comp 2nd of September. Yeah. And he wants to hit his first 300 at that comp.
Fucking easy. Fucking easy, cunt. If you listen to this, fucking easy, man.
Let's get that nose talk up here.
No, I'll smash with it.
So that's just a special shout out for Regan up there. Under 75 kilos. He'll be doing 300. So, yeah, this will be solid.
He trains like a beast.
Yeah,
he's a up and comer. Watch out, him and Kiva, fucking the future right there.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Oh, I don't know. He's older than Kiva.
Okay.
But it's early 20s.
Like it's fucking.
Well, Kiva's like Kiva's like 16 still with a beard.
Yeah.
Regan's early 20s, I believe. In the army up north. So, yeah, works hard that man.
Different up there, huh?
Yep.
Hard workers.
Okay, onto your.
I was just going to mention the small group training within the gym. So we've expanded the time slots here on the Gold Coast and in Townsville recently, but they've been going off. I know you've had a lot of fun running them.
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun pushing me into.
Slamming.
I've gotten a few push-ups out of her now, finally.
Nice. She was walking around the house before the session going like, fuck, I really hope Alex programs 10 by 10 pendulum squats. But
tire her out?
I really hope he does. And then when she came home, she was really disappointed that you didn't do 10 by 10 pendulum squats. But
Well, she came in
That's a
complaining
lie.
about the knee straight. Oh no, it's a little bit sore.
Fuck off.
Excuses from
For
day
sure.
one.
Yeah, classic.
I'm literally nursing a knee injury, but you don't see me bitching out and not doing the 100-meter sprint. I did 2 sets of 100 meters on Sunday. Thank you very much. So
Does that
still
carry
doing-
over to the deadlift?
Well, I don't know, but it's why my knee is fucked.
So probably
my
not.
knee is having a little bit of problems.
It's going to be a cripple race.
We have had, I was going to say, we have had some people ask whether or not the great race between myself and Zach is happening. It is 100% still happening. He keeps trying to postpone it. And he's now saying, yeah, I know, pussy.
Probably. Well, you might have to postpone too. So it's just like going to be a.
No. I'm still.
Gonna be a boxing
I'll
match.
still,
Get the
I'll
wheelchairs
still rock up with half a knee and beat Zach. That's how confident I am. No.
I believe it.
But he wants to do it. He wanted to do it on my wedding because he's like, that's the next time I'll be up here is at the wedding.
When you're nice and distracted.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Make the aisle 100 meters.
Good.
Just sprinting at will.
Yeah, I'll judge if it's a close one. Fucking yep.
Whoever slaps my hand first, like hands out wide.
Yeah, true. That's the kid.
That's how you do it. Relays.
Yeah,
But,
you don't need timing with that's the real way.
We will probably do it like in the couple of days before it, I reckon. Like if that's the timeline that he keeps saying, because it's, whatever.
Put a date, make it real.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm going to hold him to it. So I'll hit him up and say, oi, bruv. Because I'm not doing it after the wedding. I'll be too fucked up. Be too tired.
Yeah. But we're the point of Mikki jumping in for, well, I'd like to hear your reasoning for jumping into the semi-private, the small group training. Obviously, Deadlift for Dogs is a focal point. Kind of.
Is it? I don't know.
Well, that's what we're training for.
It was just something to work towards. But honestly, the biggest reason why I wanted to jump in these small groups was because I recognize my training has been erratic.
Non-existent.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say non-existent because I have been training, right? But it's erratic. Like I haven't been training hard. My sessions will take 2 hours to complete 4 exercises because I'm just shit talking throughout it.
That's all right.
There was limited boundaries between myself and Alex when I would rock up and talk about work stuff. And I'm like, I'm here to actually fucking train and get my things done. And so I just thought, like, for me, in order to have some accountability, to actually get to the gym for a set time, and then accountability throughout my sessions to actually perform, execute, and, push some sort of relative intensity. It's like I need someone to hold me accountable to that. And even as someone who's, I would like to think, well-versed and trained and strong, and I kind of know what I'm doing, like the biggest thing for me was just having someone to call me out on my shit. And, just give me subtle little, like you've given me a few little technique tips here and there with my dumbbell pressing that Will's been hammering at me for ages as well, but I just still flappy elbows and
just straight out to the sides. Just all
I try
jamming it up.
Try and bring them in a little bit, but yeah, they just kind of like do their fucking thing, and then
right.
my motorbike, boom, boom.
Love those.
My wristies get a little bit like they flop around a little bit.
Just doing that old school, the press with the rotate, like just getting some punches in or something.
Yeah, just being a little bit silly with some of my technique stuff, which I know better on. But again, until you have someone kind of just have a set of eyes on you, call you out on it, keep you accountable to rock up to a session. And then, if you're being a bit of a puss during some of the weights, slap a little bit more on there. In saying that, though, I was adding like 5 to 10 kilos to every set that Alex was giving me on my deadlift. So,
straight away, she's not listening from day one.
No, day 1 I did. This is day 3 now.
Sure, we've progressed enough.
Yeah, so
but it's good. Best coaches have coaches. You always need something to check.
Yeah, I agree. I had someone taking care of my nutrition for a while there, Ollie. And I've just pulled back on my nutrition for a while until I feel like my training is actually going somewhere. Training with Intent, he was giving me a program, and I was just kind of like inconsistent with that as well. And I just knew the missing link for me was not so much having a program written down on paper or nutrition. I just needed someone to call me out in person. And yeah, it's helped. Obviously, we're still early days, and I'm confident that
even that's a training partner too.
Yeah,
we all need training partners at some point.
Like obviously, it's small groups, so you're going off and you're seeing other people and stuff like that throughout it. But like, when it comes to me needing the support or whatever, like in that hour, I can't get caught up talking to someone for 20 minutes because you before that time are like, wait, shut up.
Yeah. I caught you
Next set.
downstairs. You were stuck in a convo for a little bit of time.
Yeah,
and
me
I was,
and Flick were having a little bit of a chit chat.
Back to it.
Yeah.
Drop and give me 20.
Yeah. I gave you 10, mate. Fuck off.
I've accumulated 30. I'm keeping track.
But like, Will, you've always liked having a training partner and stuff, like not necessarily an in-person coach anymore. You don't want a rep counter. You just want someone to...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always looking for training partners. If anyone wants to apply, slide in.
Apply to be a training
Yeah, if you want to apply to be my training partner.
Your inbox is going to get slammed.
Yeah.
No, I don't reckon.
Welcome.
No one wants to train with you.
No. Well, if you like spending 3 hours at the gym on a Sunday, then more.
No, you loved it when Andy was coming in here and
when Andy and Jordo were coming down, ramping up to Pro Raw well, obviously I was prepping as well, but Andy was prepping. We were all doing our deadlift session together. Like that was fucking sick.
That was good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the reason why one of the reasons why I'm at where I am now was because like the day one of like training for me, I was like a friend dragged me in and then we trained together and we're always like working to beat each other, like that little friendly rivalry. And then when we moved apart, it was up north with Tyler and that crew as well. So straight into finding somebody else. And you're always pushing. Like when there's somebody else there, you're like, you want to beat them by just that little bit, you know, whether
healthy competition,
whether it's reps or just intensity, who can fucking grind harder, do harder reps. So even if you're not at the same strength level, you find ways to kind of challenge each other and push. I don't know. Yeah. I miss it these days, but it's hard when it's more me. That's the problem. My training days are not always exactly the same, and the times aren't always exactly the same, and stuff. So it's hard to tell somebody like,
so we did cool, obviously,
man, Tuesday this time, and then I'm not there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would hold yourself accountable if you had that consistency.
No promises.
I think that you'd be the worst. So you're making people apply to be a training partner with you, and then you don't even show
apply to
up.
maybe train with me.
It'll be a classic if someone comes down. Oh, I'm here to see Will. I'm like, sweet. Does he know that you're here and coming at this time? Is he coming?
That's actually, we have had that in here, right? We've had people just rock up. Like Will doesn't, just so the listeners know, we don't work here. We're not here all the time. Like,
unlike me.
Yeah, unlike Alex. Alex sleeps on this couch.
It's comfy.
But yeah, so I want to, it's kind of sliding a little bit off topic there, but your training in general, obviously on the last episode, like earlier episodes, you mentioned that you're going to do GPC Nationals. What's kind of happening with your training now? You're not doing GPC Nationals?
Yeah, I already said that on the last ones.
Okay.
Started my intense planned periodization of suitcase deadlifts on Friday. Hit 3x5 at 130, so pretty good suitcases. I want to deadlift over 200 suitcase, just as an interim goal. But I was
should we do like a train along with you? So people can
a suitcase deadlifts?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to fucking
sign the waiver.
Megan,
we'll put it out on our training app. So we'll put it out.
Yeah.
Free train along with Will. You can follow his suitcase
completely random
deadlift
shit.
journey.
It's not a bad idea.
But yeah, we'll do something like that. But I remember some people were down here training in the gym, and I was just like doing them, and then they're like, "Why are you doing that?" And I was like, "I don't know. Why not?"
Something different.
Bazooka deadlifts next.
Nah, fuck that. That's a bit hectic. But suitcase ones, I've just seen people on Instagram hit them, and they're like, cheering about 140, and I'm like, whatever, mate. Fucking smash you.
Okay, so what's the heaviest suitcase deadlift you've seen?
I think I've seen a couple. I haven't looked hard. But yeah, maybe that's actually a good thing. After this, I'll go and look up like what people can do, like what's actually impressive.
Suitcase, yeah, because you'll be like 200, and then someone's just like.
Probably, yeah. Fuck off. Fuck, if Brian Shaw comes along and goes like and fucking smash me or something, I'll be like, mate, not fair.
Not fair. You're bigger than me.
Yeah, bullshit, mate. Fuck. But I would love to get over 200. That's why I did the 130 percentages, bro. Programmed it 3x5. I wasn't going to go 5x5, but I thought that was just excessive for a first week. So did that, and then next week I'll probably max out. Nah.
So you're going to take my glorious record of the most prized number in my mind, and you're going to do that for a suitcase deadlift for
That's the
multiple
For
reps?
shits and gigs.
just
Just
one.
for-
I'll
just
be
for
happy
one.
with one.
Okay. Each side? Which side does it sit on?
I'm
You have to do both sides.
Yeah, I was doing both.
Has to be both. Surely.
Yeah, but like I'm definitely better within my right hand. I've found.
Yeah. That
Uh,
makes sense.
Why? Why your right hand?
Right-hander.
You're
I don't know.
right-handed, Will.
I don't think it's anything to do with the hands. I think it's
The way
more
he's
to do
holding
with
that
my
monster
shape.
before.
I think I
What
just
other rods do you hold?
it's Jesus Christ. What? Is this Zach here? Or-
We have to fill in the blanks here.
yeah, fuck. No,
No,
but
we said we weren't
it's
replacing
more
it.
like my hips and like I've definitely like I sit in one side during my squat, I sit in one side during my deadlift. Like one side is definitely where we all do.
So it hangs a little to the right, does it?
Yeah. So and then yeah, but I don't know. When I did it last week, I still smashed them easy on both sides. But
Does that offset your center of mass? Does that change things when you're thinking about a suitcase deadlift?
no,
He's not sure what you're
You have to
referring
think-
to.
You have to think about it.
I was using the deadlift bar at first. Now I
Mm.
realized that was fucking dumb because it has no knurling in the middle, so it's really hard to jump
Very
where the
hard
And
to
center
it's
is.
longer.
And
Well,
it's longer.
and it's
yeah.
longer, so more width to it, which you don't want on a suitcase deadlift, unlike a normal deadlift. So, like, yeah, when I swapped to the Eleiko bar, it was heaps easier to find the center, no shit. And then it was shorter as well, so easier to balance. So I smashed them on that.
Mm.
But anyway,
All right,
yeah,
we might do
there's
a
that.
bit of a train along with Wilbo for the.
Maybe.
We'll figure it out.
Probably don't. No. And then,
Probably don't.
well, I was talking to Matt this morning, my coach Matt, and he was suggesting, because I said to him, I'm like, I don't really have a goal right now, because like with the wedding and a bunch of other stuff happening, it's just kind of like really hard to pick something. And he's just like, why don't we just like do what we said we always wanted to do and try to aim for that 400 deadlift by end of year or whatever, and just to set it like an
So
interim
deadlift
goal.
for dogs, 8 weeks.
8 weeks, fucking hard ramp.
You can use straps. Get the suit out.
Oh, fuck,
Slap
I've
it
never
on.
used it.
So if anyone knows of a deadlift event at the end of the year,
Right at the end of the year. It has to be like December.
actually, I think
30th.
there's like a capo one where they have the fireworks and
Give
all
me
that
as much
shit.
time as possible.
Isn't there that? Like where there's
I don't-
fireworks and shit at
Yeah,
the
they
capo
do, but
one?
hell, I don't fucking know when it is.
Okay,
Whatever.
all
My
right.
pool sumo. Sumo
First 400.
suitcase.
Sumo suitcase. Fuck yeah.
All right, we're going totally off topic. Anything else you've got on your notes?
The whole
Nah.
podcast has been off topic, and I
Yeah.
think that's fine.
As I said, we follow the structure really well.
There's
So-
been a lot happening, a lot of movement.
There is a lot of things. There's even more than we've mentioned. We have another hour of
Alex is
random
sitting here
shit.
like, what?
There's more?
5 more gyms.
5 more.
Yeah.
We're heading another notice of resignation.
Yeah, me.
Enough gyms for the time being. I think
Yes.
we're in good areas for gyms.
I think we're good. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
Hear that,
We'll leave
Will?
it there.
Yep.
Red hot.
No, we're not doing a red hot anymore.
Oh, what?
They
Okay.
have to.
We have to find
There's
something
got to be
else.
something the way to close it out.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Blue
Goodbye.
Even hotter than
Cue
red.
the ChatGPT outro.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the Nexus Unloaded podcast. Be sure to jump on our website to find details on everything mentioned in the podcast today, plus information on our coaching, mentoring, and gyms based in the Gold Coast and Townsville. Make sure you follow us on our Instagram for any updates on what we are currently doing, and we'll see you all in the next episode.